Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Pickle Brand here, coming back at you with another stupid VHS Pickups video. These are from like the last week or two. You know, I got Monster Squad. Yeah, I never seen this before, and it's a really popular title. I guess on the I looked up a Vestron video on Wikipedia, and they said this is one of their top three releases, along with Dirty Dancing and American Werewolf in London. But I've never seen Monster Squad until I recently picked it up, and it's pretty damn entertaining, folks. Uh, Another thing we got was this Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's got like 6 or 7 videos on it. Oh, I really enjoyed it, yeah. I mean, I'm not that big on Stevie Ray, but it was pretty cool, and it's a good addition to my music video VHS collection. Uh, Also, I picked up this, The Mission, the Robert De Niro and Jeremy Irons. It wasn't very exciting. I picked it up basically because it's got Robert De Niro and Jeremy Irons in it, and I thought it might be more interesting than it was. I'm not saying it was terrible, but anyway. Uh, Snoop Dogg, Bones. This is pretty cool. It's pretty cheesy, but it's good entertainment, folks. Um, I don't know. I really enjoyed this. You know, it's pretty good late '90s horror flick, and it's got some flashbacks to some '70s shit. And the '70s flashbacks are pretty cool. You know, Snoop Dogg dressed up like Huggy Bear from Starsky and Hutch, kind of. Uh, this one, Wolf, was not that scary for sure. That's the back. Wow, the back doesn't look that much different from the front because there's no synopsis on it. So you just got to guess. And the title's pretty self-explanatory in the cover. Jack Nicholson is a werewolf. And this one, it's kind of odd. Unsolved Mysteries, World War II, Occult and Secrets. This shit's kind of interesting to me. The Nazis were into some really weird stuff, and there's a lot of it that we'll probably never even know about. Seriously, folks. Got Plan 9 from Outer Space. Yeah, if you ever seen Ed Wood, then you might be a bit familiar with this movie. Man, I just knocked everything down. Anyway, Plan 9 from Outer Space, directed by Ed Wood, starring Bela Lugosi. I don't know. It's the worst movie of all time, man. Check it out. I got some clamshells. Gremlins in a clamshell. I've never seen that before in a clamshell, so I had to pick it up because I don't think it's very common. Also, Beetlejuice in a clamshell. I don't think this one's very common either in a clamshell, so I said clamshell like 8 times in the last 30 seconds, didn't I? Anyway, Beetlejuice. And then these are some cool old clamshells, the Warner Brothers ones. Police Academy. It's so sweet. It's in very good shape. Must have been very expensive for them to make these. So it's understandable why they discontinued them. But they're cool as hell when you find them out in the wild. Then I got Police Academy 2, which is also in excellent shape. I like the purple on that one. Huh? Pink and purple, ain't that something? Then I also found Risky Business on a clamshell VHS package. Yeah, it's pretty sweet, man. The tape's in great shape. I like how it's got that Warner in there. You know, these are just really cool. If you're a collector, you probably agree with me. Found this today. The X-Files. It's just 2 episodes, and I've got several of these tapes, but I wasn't sure I had this one. So I was like, well, just to be safe, might as well take it home with me, you know? And then I found this, 2001, A Space Odyssey. And I was really happy to find that, because this is something I've been wanting on VHS, and this is a really nice copy. It's not in perfect shape, but it's in great shape. And this is just a weird freaking movie if you've never seen it. It's not for everybody, that's for sure. And right alongside it was this, 2010, the year we made contact. This is the sequel. I've got a copy of this, I know I do, but I figured, I might as well pick them up both together. And as far as this one goes, I'll just compare the two copies and keep the one I like better. I've never seen this sequel, and it was not directed by Stanley Kubrick, who directed this one. This one was directed by Peter Hyams, whoever that is. We got here The Boss of Bosses with Chaz Palminteri. He's pretty cool, man. I really loved him in The Bronx Tale. Yeah, A Bronx Tale. That was great. He wrote that. He starred in it. Chaz Palminteri is pretty cool, and I love mob movies, even though this is a TNT original made-for-TV movie. It's probably going to be pretty interesting, I hope. We got Kiss of Death. This one's probably pretty common, and I've probably got it in a box in my storage area. But I just watched Snake Eyes the other day with Nick Cage, and I got those two movies confused. In my head, I was thinking that was this, and I was really disappointed with Snake Eyes. It was a Brian De Palma film, and it wasn't that great. I don't know. I think Brian De Palma was supposed to be some hot shot director, and I've liked some of his other movies like Carrie. Don't ask me to name him. Anyway, he's a really famous guy, like Scorsese or whatever. And that movie wasn't great. Why am I talking about that movie? This is the one that I wanted to see. So I found it today at Goodwill, and I snatched it up because, it was in my head. So I was like, yeah, you got to bring that home. It's the universe talking to you. You wanted that. There it is. This one is Sealed. It's Martin Scorsese, the directors. I'm sure this is like interviews, and I think I've seen it on TV before, actually. But Martin Scorsese's awesome, man. He's directed, some really great movies in the past 40 years or so. And, yeah, like Goodfellas and Casino, being the two most famous these days. Taxi Driver's another one. Anyway, Martin Scorsese, and it's Sealed. That's pretty neat. Soap. The one tape that I found at St. Vincent de Paul today. Not gonna bitch, whatever. Only paid $0.25 for it. That's the only thing I bought from that store today. These I found a few days ago. Got Married to the Mob. Yeah, I probably got this, but I don't know, for some reason I couldn't leave it sitting there. I got State of Grace. I know I've got this one, but it's a badass movie, and I've only ran into it a couple of times out there, so I had to pick it up. And this copy's in really great shape, so it might be in better shape than the copy I've already got. Yada, yada, yada. Got a couple of Monty Python titles here that I didn't think were very common because, you see their movies out there all the time, but you don't see this crap, You got Parrot Sketch Not Included and Life of Python, which I believe is a documentary about the Monty Python comedy troupe. Anyways, those are pretty neat. Yeah, and like I said, I think they're definitely more rare than like the Holy Grail. You see that every time you go to the thrift store. Anyway, and then the last thing that I'm going to show off today is this Simpsons 3-pack, the best of the Simpsons. It's in pretty good shape. The guy gave it to me as like a one tape, so I paid 33 cents for this. Yeah, pretty neat. Those are the things I've found lately. I've also found some cool jeans and t-shirts, and yeah, I found American History X CD sealed, Spawn CD sealed. I've got this, and it's great. Yeah, I've liked that since 20 years ago when I first bought it. And today I found this lone DVD, Trans-Siberian. don't buy DVDs that often because thrift stores want $1.99 each for them, and that's bullshit. So, I bought this one because it's pretty darn good, and it's kind of rare. I don't know. Probably not rare, but I say that a lot probably. Uh, that's the stuff I found, man. These clamshells are really cool, in my opinion. Those are old. Those are from the early '80s, before '85. Uh, so that's neat. I'll talk to you later, YouTube. Peace.